Did y'all watch that Lakers game where Steph Curry completely outplayed and fooled Anthony Davis with his slick crossover? Or how with just mere seconds left on the game clock, he made this unbelievable clutch three to give the Warriors the lead? Sheesh, guys. And to think that there's still whispers out there labeling this maestro as washed. Unfortunately for the Warriors superstar, however, that game didn't tip in their favor, but the reason why might raise some eyebrows. And if you're wondering what I mean, look no further than the free throw discrepancy. 43 attempts for one team versus just 16 for the other. 43 to 16. That's right, almost triple the attempts for one side. It's honestly gotten to a point where even Kawhi Leonard himself would laugh. Even funnier is how, despite the league's all-out effort to bring down the Warriors, the game was still decided by just one measly point. And in spite of what appears to be a deliberate ploy to end the reign of the modern NBA's greatest dynasty, the Warriors still played beautiful basketball and were just 1 point away from ruining the NBA's plan. The NBA is widely known as the world's premier basketball league, but it's also a masterclass in business tactics and strategies. From the defensive 3-second rule to the introduction of the transition take foul, the league has been continuously fine-tuning its product. It is a business after all. While players chase championship dreams, the league's eyes are firmly on the prize of maximizing profits. Now, you might be wondering how the Warriors fit into this whole picture, so let me lay it out for you. Over the past decade, the Warriors have not only clinched 4 championships and made 6 finals appearances, but they've also undergone a financial metamorphosis. Since Joe Lacob's acquisition in 2010, the team's valuation skyrocketed from $315 million to an eye-watering $7.7 billion. And while this ascent significantly benefited the NBA, it's clear at this point that the league believes the Warriors have hit the revenue peak, and now they're looking elsewhere to increase their bottom line. The evidence? Well, it was glaring with the past few games they've played, and here's the breakdown to prove it. The face-off with the Hawks was the Warriors' first game back following the devastating loss to Dejan Milojevic. Emotions ran high, and the Warriors channeled every ounce of energy into their signature style of play, outclassing the Hawks convincingly. The Splash Brothers were on complete fire in this game. I mean, look at how Klay blocks Murray's mid-range in this play, followed by Curry then bringing the ball up the floor in transition, leading to an alley-oop to Wiggins. Draymond Green with a game-high plus 19 once again proved to the basketball world why he's absolutely critical to the success of the Warriors. And Jonathan Kuminga? The young talent literally couldn't miss from the field and looked like a miniature version of Giannis out there.
I can output another guy and who's with just too much.
In this emotionally charged game, the NBA seemingly restrained themselves from manipulating the outcome through officiating. I mean, Steph Curry took 16 shots, with 8 coming from within the arc, and was awarded 6 free throws. Seems fair. However, once this game was over, the narrative swiftly reverted back to the original script. But not before Jonathan Kuminga went beast mode. An impressive 31 points is how much he scored on just 19 field goal attempts, whether it was getting to the rim or hitting that mid-range fadeaway. Kuminga was a force of nature to be reckoned with. But here's what I mean when I say the refs were involved. For this particular game, Curry took a game-high 26 shots, including 12 which came from inside the arc. Now, just take a guess at how many free throw attempts he got. The answer might astound you. 1. With 26 shots from the field, Curry was awarded just 1 free throw. I'm not kidding you, and I'm also not kidding you when I say Kevin Huerter took a total of 2 field goal attempts from within the arc and went to the line 3 times. Ain't that about as ridiculous as it comes? But anyway, if you thought that was absurd, wait until you see what happened during the Lakers game, where the word absurdity comes to life. And if there was one image that summed up this game when it comes to officiating, then this image would be it. Look at this. LeBron literally has Kuminga's arms in what looks like an MMA armbar move, And yet, you won't believe it, but Kuminga was called for the foul, and this sent LeBron James to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Here's the actual play. You can clearly see LeBron intentionally wrapping up Kuminga, and what's even crazier about this is the fact that the Warriors challenged the call and lost. Steve Jabby, the retired referee from the monitor room, also had a perplexing response.
I think it dissolves on the play and lets it go, so it's kind of incidental contact.
Dissolves on the play? Incidental contact? Seriously? They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, so I'm just going to show you this image again. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me, in what universe is this not a foul on LeBron? I mean, it happened kind of fast, so I could see the refs getting it wrong the first time around. But through instant replay, they got this wrong. Anyway, let's dive into a few more absurd things about this game. So here's a clip of Austin Reeves following Steph Curry on a play to the basket, but there was no call for Steph.
Bruh.
Here's another clip of Vanderbilt putting a hand on Steph's back as he's shooting a floater, but there was no call for Curry.
Bruh.
Here's another clip of Reeves following Steph as he comes off the Kuminga screen, but no call.
Bruh.
For the game, Steph Curry took 35 shots, 14 of which came from inside the arc, and yet the man only earned 3 free throw attempts. Contrast that with Austin Reeves of the Lakers, who, with literally half the inside shots as Curry, earned 3 times the amount of free throws. Yeah, Steph's 14 shots earned him 3, while Austin's 7 earned him 9. What's even more ridiculous is that Jonathan Kuminga, a player who attacks the basket viciously like his life depends on it, took 13 shot attempts from within the arc and only had a total of 6 free throw attempts. And yet, Vanderbilt of the Lakers took a total of 7 shots from the field and had 8 free throws. There's 1,000 things I want to say regarding this free throw discrepancy, but I don't think I can say it any better than Darko Rajakovic, who out of frustration nailed it on the spot.
Outrageous. What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this.
What's hilarious about all this is, even with the huge disparity, the Lakers still barely won. You know, this pattern of officiating for the Warriors really echoes last year's playoffs, where the Lakers' success seemed contingent on a significant free throw advantage. Take, for instance, the first game of that series, where the Lakers were granted 29 free throws compared to a paltry 6 for the Warriors, and yet they only managed to scrape through with a mere 5-point victory. Then there was that second game where the officiating seemed more balanced, resulting in a 17-16 free throw count. In that Ferrier scenario, the Warriors didn't just win, they dominated the Lakers. You might be wondering, what does the NBA say about this? Well, the truth is, instead of talking about the free throws, they create a narrative surrounding Draymond negatively affecting the Warriors' chemistry. Instead of talking about the free throws, they create narratives that the Warriors are just bad at defending. I mean, if Steve Jabby can go on live television and say this is not a foul on LeBron, then I don't know what else to say. In the aftermath, Steph Curry's post-game comments pretty much summarized what's been happening to the Warriors.
There was probably like 3 plays I was involved in where it just a clear bad call in the sense of giving guys unnecessary free throw attempts, and then on the other end, contact or plays that just they look the other way for whatever reasons.
Fans alike were understandably baffled and upset. Across social media, they expressed their anger with comments ranging from the Warriors can't defend without following narrative was born years ago. How else are you going to handicap the most elite jump shooting team of all time? Take their defense away. He literally hooked JK so he couldn't move, rotated into him, fell backwards onto his legs, and somehow that was a foul on JK. The inadvertent whistle is the most damning of all these to me. Clearly shows the refs were hunting for ways to give this game to the Lakers. Despite these challenges, however, Here's a silver lining for the Warriors: Jonathan Kuminga. Since January 11th, he's been a revelation. Among all 450 NBA players, only 8 have been averaging at least 25 points and 6.6 rebounds in the league. Embiid, Luka, Jokic, Giannis, Kat, Wembanyama, Lauri Markkanen, and Jonathan Kuminga. Young JK's emergence is a big beacon of hope for Golden State. And despite the league's effort to create narratives, the Warriors still remain just a point away from defying the officiating biases. With young talents like Kuminga rising and veterans like Curry leading, the Warriors are more than just a team, and it won't be long until they ruin the NBA's narrative.